One's to my right, the other one's janitor.
That's
Op
good.
4, last operator standing. 50.
Woohoo!
The time limit has been reached.
Alright guys, I'm going to be showing you guys the best tips to use on third floor in KAFE to win more rounds. So for cocktail, you always want to make sure you reinforce this wall right here. Once you do that, I highly suggest you put a mirror if it's available. Once you do that, make a rotate right here and make it high enough so that way you can throw C4 if they're trying to plant by default. And just make sure you do it on this side, because if you do it on this side, you put the rotate here and the mirror on the right side, then you can get shot from skylight. So doing it here protects you. I would suggest reinforcing one of these walls and then making a vault prompt on the other wall. That way it's going to look something like this. For the other mirror, you can put it watching cigars since it's a pretty high traffic area, and then just make a hole in the other wall. That way you can contest it if anyone's trying to shoot you. As you guys know, you guys always want to make sure you guys reinforce these two walls and cigar right here. And on this wall, you can either do head holes or a vault prompt. I usually do both of them, but this way it gives you an angle onto white stairs if you're playing in freezer. You just need to be aware that there's no one in skylight because you could get shot from this position. For this wall, you can either reinforce it or make head holes. I suggest doing head holes. That way you just have another angle onto the default plant spot, which is right here in the new hatch. If they take control of this, you can just use cigar and use this angle to get a better position. Right here, just shooting this out. This is going to give you a position, anyone that's perhaps trying to come up top white, so you can see them from this angle right here. Attacker's point of view, this is going to be really difficult to spot the defender if they're using that. So this should be able to help you tremendously, because you can shoot all of this out and you can see if anyone's trying to plant behind the bar and they're able to get in this position. So you don't have to go straight towards them. If you have this open right here, you should be able to see them. Alright, so as most of us know, whenever attackers are trying to get a plant off, this is the most common spot right here in this little corner. Because if you have control of this, all you gotta do is just sneak in here and just plant. And if you have another attacker covering you, the cross, if anyone's in cocktail, you should be able to get this off safely. But if you like going to Maestro, I'm going to show you a pretty cool spot that you can use to make sure that plant doesn't get off. So what you guys can do, you guys can put an evil eye here and just shoot the bottom part of this off. So as you can see, this evil eye has complete coverage of the default spot, so you guys can use this if you're still alive and attackers are trying to plant. Just use this. This is going to force them to either get off it or force them to take the hits, and this is just going to make your job a lot easier. Well, Mai or Jaeger is another good operator to play up here. Most of the time attackers like just throwing stuns or smokes, or even if there's a Ying, she throws her candelas, just whoever's playing in this area, because there's always a defender around here, so that'll distract them and then that'll give them time to jump in. So just make sure to put like a Mai disc or a ADS if you're playing Jaeger on these windows. That way it'll just protect you more and make sure you have control of the site. So this Eli, you can see the new hatch. Any attackers come up red. You can see the cigar wall if it gets open. Any of the windows. Basically, you have every possible angle you guys can use. So this Eli is really good just because it's going to be very difficult to destroy. The only way this gets destroyed if they have like an Ash or someone with like a breaching round that can destroy this from afar. But like up close, you're not going to be able to destroy this because the tree's in the way, so you can't melee it, breaking the glass. The only way you can do this if you hop up here. This is also how you set it up, by the way. You come up here and then once just place it in that area right there. So like right here. This is the only area you can put it down. Just like that. And then the only way attackers can destroy this or melee it, they have to vault onto this little railing right here and then come up to it and hit it. But other than that, this evil eye is a little bit more complicated to get rid of than other spots. So most of us already know that a zombie is pretty good for cigars, so the way you set it for Kiba barriers is you put one on this railing right here. That way it protects you from the double windows right there. And then you set the other one up here on this desk. And then from this you could play a cigar pretty well, and you have plenty of cover and protection, so you can contest anyone trying to walk in here, or if the wall's open, you could also watch this pretty well. So this is pretty common now, but let me show you guys another cool trick that you guys can use with her. So for here, so anyone drops new hatch, and if you're playing cigar, you could do this as well. So just throw a barrier right here in the corner, and then if whenever you get another one, so you can just throw the other one to the side. And what this is gonna do, this is gonna give you like a pretty nice angle, so you can see the attacker's feet if they drop new hatch. So they're not gonna be able to see your head, but you're gonna be able to see their feet, and that's enough for you to shoot and hopefully get the kill in time. This usually works pretty well, and I haven't seen too many people try it out, so it's a pretty good spot. As low as I can possibly go. And then from here, if I shoot the bottom part out, I'll be able to see their body, and they're not going to be able to see me because I'm hidden in the cigar shop, this little closet right here, and the Kiba bear kind of protects me a little bit, so they're not going to be able to see me as easily. So you can just use this whenever they're trying to break this, or just walk in, and this should also get you a kill pretty easily.